What's good, my man of society? It is your host with the most, Shadow Loke, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Now, what I wanted to get into was a question I was asked, right, in regarding baldacci, right? I was having this conversation with this one individual, right? And he was like, what are my thoughts on what baldacci said, right? With the whole gold toes. And the comments that people, say about baldacci, like how you're going to be the face of LA working with Northerners and how, that's a sellout and that this and that. Look, I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff because I know what it is, though. You feel me? Like, I know what it is. I interact with real homies in the streets, right? All I do is mingle around with pure homies. Believe it if you want. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. You know what I mean? I'm just calling it for what it is. You can choose to believe whatever you choose to believe. It's irrelevant to, what actually happened. Um, I asked individuals, right, about some of these topics, right? And like I said, just like Baldacci's confident, with his homies, around his homies, he could care less about what the internet's going to be yapping, right? And I know because I know some of his homies, you know what I mean? Um, I ask around, not just homies from my neighborhood, but like homies from other neighborhoods that I'm cool with, right? Um, and a lot of people don't have a problem with what Baldacci said and what, his, business with Gotos and whatnot. You know what I mean? Now, those who want to be like super Southerners out there, right, or pretend, right, it's because you have to understand these are business moves, right? A majority of the, like, let's say maybe the audience that they're reaching out are like Southerners, right? And you have Southerners that are in different areas, right? Like in different states who hold this Southside pride thing and, F the North and stuff like that, right? So they're not trying to lose that audience, right? So everyone's in it for financial moves, for whatever financial moves they have, right? But it's all relevant to business and money, right? That's the reason why comments are said or, shots, being taken and et cetera, right? But it's all revolves around money, though. So it's not even a whole, holding it down for their side or pride thing. It's all a financial move, right? Because when you interact with real homies, you know what I mean? And you know what the game is, uh, you know, end of hostilities in there, right? So a lot of homies wouldn't have even seen action with the Northerners, coming from Southern California. You never interacted with Northerners. You never had any beef with Northerners. They never did nothing to you. So how could you hold this high animosity and hatred? Because they don't want to lose their fan base. Because it's a money move, bro. You know what I mean? Because you can't manifest hatred out of nothing, bro. Either that or maybe an incident happened between them and, some Northerners, but that's the only way you can manifest some type of hatred like that. If it's not authentic because it's a financial move, or if it's an incident that happened so it's personal. You know what I mean? Because how could you harbor such hatred for a group you never even seen a day in your life? Now, just because, people were saying, well, you think just because he does business with Gotos, he thinks that the Northerners will show him love. The first chance they get, they'll smoke him. I think he is aware of that. You know what I mean? Just like anybody else is aware of that. Just because you have a business relationship with this one person doesn't mean that it's all gravy with his homies and stuff like that. It's kind of like saying when you're busted and you're busted with one of your enemy guys in the streets, right? Your vitals don't get along, but in there you guys, you guys have to get along, whatever. If you get out of jail now and you get caught slipping in his neighborhood is not going to give you a pass. They're going to smoke you. So just because you're cool with this individual doesn't mean that it's all gravy so it's the same concept, bro. So what are you talking about? You're putting your amends right there, and these individuals are coming for your head and smoke your homies and all this and that. These are your real targeted enemies, but you're able to put bygones be bygones? Like, oh, but see, they're all from the same side. Well, say that out here then. Hey, bro, we're all from the same side. Do you think they're going to give you a pass? They're still going to blow your top off. You know what I mean? You're not going to get no Southside love. You're going to get smoked. You know what I mean? Out here, homies, bump into homies all the time and they're getting popped. They're not like, hey, homie, we're all Sureños, we're all Southsiders, and they're going to be like, hey, yeah, firme. Well, for the ones that know what it is now and stuff like that, it's different, but I'm not going to get into all of that, right? But you know what I'm talking about, right? So it's like, what's the difference here then? You know what I mean? I think it is people's prides and or what they thought it was, right? But like I said, these are just business moves. No one's saying that their best friends are kumbaya or whatever, or that his homies are gonna like, what they have going on, or that it's all gravy. You feel me? Because even in the streets, that's not how it works. And there's homies that have, family members that are Northerners, right? And they interact, and the homies, give a pass because that's the homie's family member. So they, like, don't act stupid like if that shit doesn't happen. Because those who come from the streets, we know what it is, bro. We know the games. We know what it is. We know what people are trying to do. We know the trickery, bro. We see the fucking fake and fakery for what it is, bro. But these are all games made and moves and things that are said on purpose, bro. Because everybody has a motive for why they're doing what they're doing or why they do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because I guaranteed you, if they were to know that they would maybe get more of a fan base like this and stuff like that, if, they do this and that, then all these individuals will make a jump on it too. Because they want. You know what I mean? So who are they trying to fool? Come on now, bro. Because if they get busted, they're not going to say all the shit they're going to be saying or what the things that they say out here or feel what they feel. And if they have to interact and stuff like that, they're going to interact. They're going to follow the program regardless of what they might say out here. You can feel how you want, but you know damn well in there you're going to get in line. Period. So all this, yapping that people do out here is fucking irrelevant. And those are the facts, bro. Like I said, Baldacci's not going to be worried, because he knows what it is, bro. He's out there, and, so he knows for what it is. He knows what's happening. Those who want to choose to live on the internet and believe all the internet hype, believe the hype if you want, bro. But what you see on here and what happens out there is two whole different things. Don't get it twisted. It is what it is. I'm just saying, shout out, we up.